was younger, I saw my daddy cry and curse at the wind. He broke his own heart, and I watched as he tried to reassemble it. And my mama swore that she would never let herself forget. And that was the day that I promised I'd never sing of love if it does not exist. Darling, you are the only exception. 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 Maybe I felt somewhere deep in my soul that love never lasts, and we've got to find other ways to make it alone or keep a straight face. And I've always lived like this, keeping a comfortable distance. And up until now I've sworn to myself that I'm content with loneliness, because none of it was ever worth the risk. Well, you are the only exception. 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 I've got a tight grip on reality, but I can't let go of what's in front of me here. I know you'll be here in the morning when I wake up. Show me some kind of proof it's not a dream. Whoa, You are the only exception. 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 And I'm on my way to believing. Oh, and I'm on my way to believing.
Welcome to our meditation. Breathe deeply. And soak in all the peace. Once you're fully present in this moment, Imagine that you are on a country road. The sky is clear and still. The trees buzz by you as you smoothly glide along the road. You see the warmth of the sunset that mirrors God's warmth in your heart. As the sun sets, it colours the sky in pale blue and pale pink. Out before you is a vast road and sky. Your outer surroundings are open. They mimic your open heart and soul for the upcoming chapter in your life. Your divine pathway home is welcoming and illuminated. God's got your back through every challenge and through every moment of bliss. Your faith in your path is untouchable. Your heart is pure. And your resilience, like steel. You have all you need to carry you through eternally. Once you feel complete in this experience, gently begin to move your fingers and your hands. Feel the bed or the sofa beneath you, and open your eyes. What are you going to do next? Namaste.
Hello, my name is Danny,
My name's Christina.
and we are bringing you the card reading for today's Sunday service. And we are using the deck called Angel Answers by Rodley Valentine. And we pulled 3 cards. So the first card that we pulled is Communicate Clearly. And what had come up for us when reading into this card is to get clear on what it is that you are communicating to God and to yourself in your choices and what you're choosing. You are the creator of your life and your reality, and your choices are powerful, and your choices create your reality and also communicate to God in just essence of what it is that you're creating. So this card really brings up for us to get clear on what it is you're communicating through your choices, and whether or not it's aligned with your desires and where you would like to go, where you would like to be headed. Because when you communicate with God through your choices, that's how he responds back to you. So it's an important thing. You have anything to say about this card?
I think for me what's just really coming through is not being wishy-washy or going back on what you've already chosen, and sticking to what you desire and moving forward in that direction instead of going back and forth or making a choice and then changing your mind. So I think it's about God saying, allow it to be simple, allow it to be easy, allow yourself to just follow your heart and follow that good feeling. And that is where the clearest communication comes from, is from your heart.
Right. Yeah. Nice. Well, that feels really good. The next card kind of builds upon the last card that we pulled, and it's Reconsider. And so what comes up for us with this card, it mingles well with the previous card where, reconsider your choices. What is it that you're choosing? Do you feel good about making that choice in whichever area of your life? Or is there a new choice that would benefit you more, that would bring you deeper peace, or be better for your ascension journey and to move you forward and to move you in the direction that you desire to go?
Yeah, and also reconsider what love means to you and if something is loving or not. And going back with the other card too, as soon as you've decided something, as soon as you've gotten clear with God that you want to move in a certain direction, it started for you, the journey has started. And so as you make that choice, things are going to come up for you to make new choices and get clear on if something feels good or not. And so I think the core essence is like if something is loving or not, and also moving towards love and what love means for you, because harmonious union is, you know, about like going all in with your heart, going where your heart is calling you. And so that has an impact on every single area of your life. Everything kind of comes like crumbling down so that it can all be built back up, and so that you can build it with love. And so I think it's God just encouraging you to go deeper into love in other areas of your life, and reconsider where you can go deeper, reconsider things that are not serving you or that don't feel good to you or are not good investments of your love. And yeah, because like your love is an investment, your energy is an investment, and so you want to put it into good investments, right? Things that give back to you, because your union is like a container. And so when you choose to put your love into things that give back to you, it grows the energy, versus giving energy to things that don't serve you, then it's leaking the energy from your union, and you do not want that. So yeah, it's about cultivating deeper love through your actions and your choices in your life.
Nice. Very well put. I like that.
Thanks.
So, like, the last card that we have for today's reading is Take Action. I would say pretty self-explanatory, and it builds very nicely from the previous cards that we pulled. Basically, feels like God is just encouraging you to consider what it is that you are communicating through your choices, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. Reconsider whether or not the choices that you're making are benefiting you or not, and take action. Make a new choice and act upon your healing, and stick to the new choices that you make.
Yeah, like taking action is just as important as doing the healing work, because it's where you really integrate it and change your life and make the refinements. So even if you've been healing the same thing over and over again, unless something's actually changed, then you're gonna keep being directed into that place. And so yeah, you know, don't hesitate, don't hold back. Just like if you look at the picture, they are very much on a mission to get what they want. And so yeah, like in order to create your reality, you have to take action, you have to go for it. And so I think it's about being like a go-getter, like going after the love in your life, like going fearlessly forward.
Yeah.
And not being afraid to make those changes.
Right. And it's not to be confused with trying to get something outside of yourself, like trying to go get something. It's attained first within, but how to really like manifest it and ground your inner healing and your inner new choices, it really requires that external action to ground in those choices and to ground in that healing that took place. So yeah, I just felt like adding that.
Yeah.
So
good. So we'll show you the cards one more time. And there's a lot of purple and a lot of blue, and so yeah, the purple is the crown chakra, and so I think it's really like aligning with God's will for you, God's desire for you, aligning to your crown chakra, to the divine, and following that. And the blue is communication, which is the throat chakra.
Yeah, like it's really, really nice, like to have that combination of energy, like
of communication with the divine, basically, is what the essence of the reading is. So yeah, going deeper into communicating with the divine and continuing to go deeper with the divine in your relationship and going deeper into love. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for listening to today's reading, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of service today. Namaste.
Namaste.
Hello everyone, my name is Fabian. I will be introducing us to today's sermon by Jason and Chrissy, titled what truly is Harmonious Twin Flame Union? We have a beautiful sermon awaiting us. And I noticed that it's extremely well prepared and structured, and we are learning so much from it. At least I did. And they're talking about, what is Harmonious Twin Flame Union, of course. We are going to learn about any challenges that may be occurring before Harmonious Twin Flame Union and within Harmonious Twin Flame Union, but also a lot of tips how to overcome these challenges and how to have a good time on our path of Harmonious Twin Flame Union and beyond, plus so much more in today's sermon. Harmonious Twin Flame Union is the fairy tale that becomes reality. And it reminds me of something that I discussed with a friend from school a while ago. And I was like introducing him to the realm of twin flames. This is what twin flames are. And I have met my twin flame. And he was like, well, I think if twin flames are real, it would be different. I want to meet my twin flame without even thinking about it, just moving through my day, and then suddenly a beautiful person appears out of nowhere in front of me, and then we will be in love at first sight, and from that moment on it will be just this perfect eternal romance. And I was like, yeah, sure, I want that too. And Harmonious Twin Flame Union is exactly that. However, there is more to it. And yeah, sometimes it can be challenging and demanding because there is a deeper purpose to it, which is healing, right? It is about going deeper into love. And so your twin flame is really helping you to discover more about truth. And sometimes, there's a little discussion needed. Is this true or is that true? Or are we both correct here? Yeah, and then, you experience union after each challenge, and you're now deeper in union as before. And then you experience that twin flames are two wings to one bird, as Jeff and Shaleia share. And with your twin flame, you unlock more of yourself, right? You can suddenly fly rather than crawl along. But this is not to discourage you, or anyone, as we are healing separation to our twin flame. It is only to encourage you, me, all of us to pursue Harmonious Twin Flame Union and beyond, so that we can experience that beautiful synergy and romance and partnership. This is really what Harmonious Twin Flame Union is. It is, beauty experienced with your best friend, and romance and so much more. And everything is going to be amplified, and you can heal better. You can be more of yourself. So I was, discussing that with my friend, and there's more to Harmonious Twin Flame Union, which is healing, separation, and then you will experience union with God. Which brings me to the next point I wanted to mention in this introduction. A while ago, I received a Romans report from Jeff and Shaleia. It is still true today, what I received there. And what it said, I don't think it's just for me, it is also for you, if it resonates. Harmonious Twin Flame Union is easy back for you. Just remember there's a deeper and greater purpose at play, and it is about healing greater separation to God. I'm paraphrasing here from my memory, but this was the essence of it. And it really helped me relax and to see what Harmonious Twin Flame Union is and how to approach it. Now, please enjoy Jason and Chrissy's sermon titled "What," and that the promise of dreams is that they come true. A beautiful Jeff and Shaleia quote there. So please enjoy.
Welcome, everyone, to another Church of Union Sunday service. Thank you for joining us today. We are Jason and Chrissy.
Hello.
Your minister of union for today's service. Let us begin with our 3 opening ohms, followed by our opening prayer. Let us all take a deep breath in and join us out loud or mentally.
I am the only child of God, forever part of Him. I am created by Him in perfection, and there I always remain. My mind is my sanctuary, where I keep His holy creation sacred. I will only allow in His voice. I will only accept His word. Today, I will hear the word of God. I surrender myself to His teachings through His divine channel. I will honor what He has spoken and accept it as His will. I will be obedient to His word, for this is my salvation. In Christ's name, Om, Amen.
What are we talking about?
Today, I want to talk a bit about Harmonious Twin Flame Union.
Harmonious Twin Flame Union?
Yep, Harmonious Twin Flame Union, otherwise known as HTFU. You might hear me say that a bit more than Harmonious Twin Flame Union today, so I want to make sure everyone's tracking. It means HTFU.
Is that because you like acronyms?
Yep, I'm in the Army. We are acronym happy.
Okay.
Yeah, so what is Harmonious Twin Flame Union?
Harmonious Twin Flame Union is when you are committed to yourself and your twin flame at your core.
For eternity.
For
yep.
eternity.
It's spiritual marriage. It doesn't mean that you won't have work to be done or you're completely done healing. What it means is that you've healed the core block to unconditional love within. And within your union, it's a state of being, and it's choosing, you have the choice to remain in that state of being or not. And that's something we want to talk about today. We're watching a series of classes from Twin Flame Ascension School. This one, I always like to give the class that we riff off of course, is what is Permanent Harmonious Twin Flame Union? It's Wednesday, class 9. And what it really goes over is all of the a lot of the lessons learned in regards to where the community was at that time. And I think they're all still relevant today, of course. We have recently watched it and we just wanted to brush up on it and talk to you guys about it. So everyone's tracking what it is and how you'll know when you're coming into Harmonious Twin Flame Union and what that looks like.
Or if you're pursuing that.
Yeah, if you're
not.
Or maybe you're not. And we want to talk about that too. And so the first thing I want to talk about is how do you know if you're approaching Harmonious Twin Flame Union? We want to just brush up on this, make sure everyone's tracking so we can move forward and have a little bit of a deeper discussion today. Yeah, so babe.
How would you know?
How would you know? Okay. I thought you were going to do it. So
you're like, you want
I'm
to
in
do
it, man.
You want
I
to
am
do it, so I
totally
don't want
in
to
it
take
today.
that away from you.
Thanks.
Sure.
So the first thing is, of course, to look at the 8 key fundamentals of Harmonious Twin Flame Union and get clear on if you're applying those within your own life. Do you find that you are being honest with yourself? Are you building trust within yourself? Are you committed to God, yourself, your twin flame, your union? Are you being persistent in those choices? Are you practicing compassion with yourself and unconditional love within through doing the mirror exercise? No matter what comes up, you choose to love yourself in that place. Are you practicing forgiveness? And do you respect your experiences? Are you respecting your life? Are you choosing to honor your experiences as they are, being honest with what's happening in your life in order to heal what's ever arising that's out of alignment with love and make a new choice to transform your life? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to heal? Are you willing to change? Right?
Yeah, like as we said in the beginning, right? Like Harmonious Twin Flame Union is when you're committed to yourself and your twin flame at the core, and you heal that core block to unconditional love. So on that unconditional love piece is a big deal for people that are in separation, right? Because it's learning how to love unconditionally and not just because like someone gives you something or
quid pro quo or conditional love,
or based on any conditions of what your twin flame is doing or versus what you want them to do or whatever the case. Right?
Yeah. Also, are you practicing the 4 pillars of a spiritual life? Are you actively practicing a relationship with God in your heart? Are you practicing a relationship with your spiritual gurus within yourself, within your heart, within your life? Do you have a relationship with the spiritual text and teachings of your spiritual path? As unionists, our spiritual path is Harmonious Twin Flame Union, and the text and teachings that align with that are housed in the Twin Flames Universe body of work. And do you have Twin Flame Ascension School or Life Purpose class? Are you actively watching those courses to continue to have a relationship with the spiritual text of your spiritual path of Harmonious Twin Flame Union? And do you have a relationship with your spiritual community? And are you actively giving to your spiritual community in some way? These are all indicators and pillars that if you're doing all of these things together with your twin flame, you're living one life together, you're showing up every day to support one another, then you are on the path to Harmonious Twin Flame Union.
Yeah, and it starts within, right? Doing all of
100%.
those things within yourself and growing that foundation before you get the before you get the real thing. Before the real thing manifests in your life.
Amen. Yeah, you want your twin flame. And so, do you want your twin flame? This is a really big question. Is this the life that you want? Do you choose to change your life to align into love and the twin flame journey? Or are you maybe on the path to just receive spiritual insights and education? And this was actually discussed in this class. To some people, if you don't know that or not, are actually addicted to spiritual information and just want to pull it all in and have that all in, but they don't want to actually practice it in their life. They don't want to take the next steps and take action on the lessons in what is going on in their life in order to manifest their dream life, manifest everything they desire in their life, which includes their twin flame.
What is is your twin flame the end all be all?
No, it's just the beginning.
And what's the ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal is perfect union with God.
Right, through
Complete
the process
ascension.
Ascension
On earth.
Right, that's what your twin flame and you partner with is ascending, and that's the ultimate tool, right? Among the lover and friend and all those things, it's you're each other's ultimate tool to ascend.
Yeah, and how do you feel about the ascension journey itself, Jay?
I had some trouble with it at times. I think, there were times where I like didn't want to feel my feelings. Right, I didn't want to move forward in that way. I felt like we came together, we got into harmonious union, and I was like, okay, I need to take vacation. Like Twin Flame Ascension School was a few years, and it was like, okay, I need to take a break.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
It didn't work very well for me.
Didn't.
No. But like
learn from our lessons.
Yeah, learn from our lessons, and ultimately, the only way to feel good and to really find joy and have joyous, happy life is through ascending.
Yeah, through leaning into life.
Yeah, through loving yourself and ascending with God.
Yeah, and what are some tips that you have in how to do that peacefully and with, with love?
Sure. Sometimes there's tantrums. However, there doesn't always have to be.
Yeah,
and it can
they happen.
It can be just like a matter of giving yourself the space and time to feel your feelings and not think that you need to rush anything to move through your feeling. The main important part is to just lean into feeling your feelings, taking your time with that, not putting it off or not doing it at all until you're forced to, but to take your time actually feeling your feelings and give yourself that room to do so.
Yeah, it is no small task to transform your life, right? And so have compassion for yourself. This is why the 8 fundamental keys of Harmonious Twin Flame Union are so important. Having compassion for yourself on the journey and having compassion for your twin flame on the journey as you move through things is so important. And also having boundaries up and respecting yourself is vitally important to succeeding and moving forward and through any situation in peace. And so boundaries are very, very important in order to maintain your peace and move them forward. But I would like to talk about what's the difference between a boundary and a grudge and holding a grudge with somebody.
Yeah, a boundary is your like an energetic it can be physical, right?
Yeah.
So a boundary is like something that is healthy and provides safety and room.
Yeah,
right?
and allows you the space to maintain your peace as somebody's moving through something.
Sure. And a grudge is you being mad at someone or angry or having some kind of vendetta. Right?
Yeah, or cutting somebody off because you're upset with them and maintaining that upset and continuing to hold it within, which only breeds resentment within yourself.
Right. It allows it to fester.
It allows it to fester, and that anger and upset will fester into a much deeper grudge. And this is actually in the paragraph of the book in regards to forgiveness. And a lot of times, what's what's in the book Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover by Jeff and Shaleia is that when you look at twin flames, they're actually got their backs to each other. They're both like this with their hands crossed and they're refusing to budge because they both think that they're right. But you're one consciousness, and so practicing forgiveness is so vitally important to having a healthy relationship with everyone in your life, but specifically with your twin flame. So forgiveness is to let go completely. It's to love unconditionally and let go completely of whatever's going on and choose the truth, choose peace. And as you do that, and as you claim your peace and you choose your peace, there's no situation that you cannot move through, and do so in peace. And this is what this journey is all about. It's about expanding the peace within yourself. You have to cultivate it within yourself first, place boundaries where required to maintain that peace, but continue to move forward in the directions of your dreams, which involve having relationships with others.
Mm. Yeah, I remember one time Jeff was speaking to us about how people on Earth don't generally change like very in such like a
very minuscule ways.
Ways, right? From lifetime to lifetime, like people generally like take an entire lifetime and change just a smidgen or learn maybe one lesson. And this, what we're doing is lifetimes of work, right? In every single mirror exercise that's done, and it's such monumental change,
right?
That and normally people aren't used to that,
right? And so if you do change, it's really important to realize that a lot of people that are in your life that are watching you change, they might be uncomfortable with that at first, because they have a perception of your relationship based on who they know you to be. And so as you change, it might take some time for them to redirect their energy appropriately. And you want to have compassion with them as you help train them and prepare them for who you're becoming and who you choose to be. And it's simply as saying, I don't desire this relationship anymore. I don't desire to meet you here. This doesn't feel good to me, but I would love to meet you in this space. I would love to meet you in a positive, healthy, vibrant space where we're talking about things that we love and enjoy doing. And as you do that, you'll find every relationship in your life changes with you, or they'll naturally fall away as you continue on this path. And you can just simply invest in those that are in alignment with wherever you are and what your core values are. And as you get clear on your core values, you'll find those who are in alignment with those core values that meet you there. And that is an amazing opportunity and relationship to have. And know that all your relationships, most all of them, will change naturally as you grow and develop and transform. But your twin flame will always be with you. That's the beauty of twin flames, is that your twin flame will be with you for eternity. So it's a relationship that you can continuously invest in, knowing that you're investing in your eternal life together.
Yeah.
How have you prepared yourself, or what did you do to prepare yourself for your Harmonious Twin Flame Union?
Loads of inner work.
Yep. The mirror exercise.
Yeah, and all the taking all the open doors. Mm-hmm. And
life purpose work.
Sure, and following my guidance from God, from gurus, and all the other.
Yeah, it gets to the really core component that you are responsible for your life. You are responsible for your Harmonious Twin Flame Union, and no one can birth your baby for you. Right? You must do it, and God will train you perfectly for you and for your union and for your life experiences. Each one of us is unique, and each one of us has a unique life experience. God will train you perfectly, and in my experience, the mirror exercise is the perfect exercise for everyone on the journey. It doesn't matter what's going on with you. The mirror exercise will help you heal and come into a deeper relationship with God every single time. Yeah.
And you don't feel half bad doing it.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah.
So you can relax in the mirror exercise knowing it's always going to support you on your journey and continue to support you in the choice of aligning into your perfect union and your perfect life of love with God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And is the twin flame journey all like gumdrops and and all that, you know.
Well, it's a fairy tale.
Sprinkle
It is.
cupcakes.
Yeah, I think that this is something to really talk about. It was discussed in this particular class we watched. There is a belief out there that once you come into Harmonious Twin Flame Union, that's it, and the journey ends.
And perfect relationship.
And that's it. Like it's almost like every romantic movie you've watched or every Disney movie you've seen. Like Disney really has a niche in regards to getting the twin flame journey and getting twin flames. But there's so much more after the happily ever after, right? You get to build your life together and you continue to do that and you can handle whatever arises because you're equipped to do so. And it's about just doing things together and living life and having life experiences as one. And it does take a while in our experience to really root through all of those experiences and patterns in your life with relationships, with friendships, with romantic relationships, and really look at it and be like, oh man, this is this pattern. And we're getting really good over time. We've gotten good and be like, this is exactly how this person used to act in my life, or this is exactly how this person used to behave in my life. I totally see what's being shown to me. And you come into this place where you can handle whatever arises, and you feel relaxed in moving through it. It becomes a very natural process to go deeper into love, and everything that is out of alignment with love will always come up to the surface to be healed and cleared, and you'll experience deeper and deeper love as you continue with this process. And that doesn't mean you're not going to ever get triggered. That's going to happen, but you can relax in the knowing that you're equipped to move through it and that you can do it. That only you can do it in your union, that you have your work to do, your twin flame has their work to do, but you will feel like you do all the work because you do all the work that is on your plate to do, and your twin flame will do the same. And so I have a question for you. What if there's somebody that's watching this that's yet into their Harmonious Twin Flame Union, and their twin flame's nowhere to be found, and they feel like, they're on their own? What kind of advice do you have for them?
Do the mirror exercise.
Yeah, do the mirror exercise. What else?
Not to focus so much on the physical aspects of what's happening or what's happening outside of you. What your twin flame is doing or what they appear to be doing, and to focus more within yourself. Utilize what's happening to heal from, but primarily just focus on within and cultivating your relationship with yourself, loving yourself, cultivating your relationship with God, and that's simple. That's the equation right there, right? That's the formula.
Yeah, for me, like what's coming up for me is the power of choice. You have the power of choice to choose to go into the crazy, to go into the drama, to take the route, or you can take the route of calm and peaceful in your life. And you never have to go into the crazy. You don't have to freak out. You don't have to always do something to control. You can do everything in peace. And this was a huge lesson in this particular class, was to, anytime you're invited into the crazy, choose the peaceful route. And it's taken us a bit of time to learn this particular lesson, to not go in the crazy. And as we've continued to go forward, I'm like, I'm not, what I've experienced is if I'm invited into the drama, if I'm invited into the crazy by my twin flame, I'll say, change this dynamic. And it will go into a more peaceful conversation where we get something done, where we really heal something at the core. And it's because I chose to put boundaries up with the crazy. I chose to put a boundary up with going into the drama. And as I did that, everything shifted. And that's a huge sign of just twin flames, right?
Well,
the power of choice.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And, something else you want to do is release control. One of the biggest lessons in the twin flame journey is living a surrendered life. Choosing to surrender your life to God, choosing to allow God to be in charge of your life, and allowing things, to get messy if they need to get messy. Sometimes, when you're cleaning a room in your house, it's got to get messy before it gets cleaned and tidy, right? It's okay that if you find a room within your mind or you find a space within your consciousness and it needs to get a bit messy before it gets tidy and gets into alignment, allow that mess to happen so all those things can come up that are out of alignment with love, so you can feel through all of your feelings and come into a deeper place of peace, because your peace is the priority here. Your relationship with God is always what we're choosing to do as unionists, is go deeper into our relationship with God, loving God. Remember our commandments: love God and love thyself, love others. I add that one on for me, but it's our 2 commandments are love God and love thyself, and as you do that, you will naturally love others, right? And so you want to choose for God to be in charge of your life. I think that's so important, and surrender everything to Him. Release expectations, release outcomes, release control, and just do it. And, what comes to mind is you think you have everything all perfect the way that you want it. And I had this in my life, like everything was perfect. I lived on my own as an independent woman for decades, really. For almost 2 decades, I was living all on my own. And, I had everything where I wanted in my life and exactly what I wanted. And, Jay came in, and then all of a sudden I'm looking around and he doesn't like anything I have. He doesn't like any of my furniture. He wants to switch it all around. But you know what? As we did it together, we have such a vibrant and supportive home now. And I've realized that, part of the process is the creation process. Part of the process is getting clear and moving through those things and healing whatever arises and having fun with the process itself, and just continually choosing to do everything in peace.
Right. And that's a partnership. It's not like I came in there and I said, get rid of that.
No.
Right? But
That was my experience. Right?
But like we partnered there to
it feels really good now as we move forward.
Get things, fill our home with things that we both like,
right,
and really support us.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes partnership.
Yeah, and it takes both people coming to the table and being willing to get clear in the truth. And if you're both willing to do that, then you're unstoppable. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So any recommendations or suggestions for people as they continue on the path of Harmonious Twin Flame Union?
One foot in front of the other.
Yeah. Take one step at a time. Trust the process. Anytime you feel overwhelmed, just always remember to trust.
Mm-hmm.
And follow what feels good to you, what feels good in your heart, what genuinely feels good. And,
I think what you're saying is go at a pace that's comfortable for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rest on your laurels. Continue to push yourself forward.
Yeah, get outside of your comfort zone.
In a pace that's comfortable for you,
Yeah, let yourself get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Good. So you ready? Do you feel that's complete, babe? Are you ready for the closing prayer and ohms?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, closing prayer. Father, I accept your word into my heart. I will honor your will in my life and will follow you without hesitation anywhere you ask. I know you guide me into your heart where I belong. I accept that you are everywhere and your teaching is in all things. God, I know you provide me clarity in this teaching of union, that I may be forever in union with you. I accept that you are in me as you are in my brother. I will not deny my brother your word and will share your teaching with him in any way you ask and only as you ask. For when I share my salvation with him, I fully claim my salvation and return to you with him. In Christ's name, Amen.
Speaking this prayer in your heart means you have accepted that you are on the path of awakening to your true divine nature. This is what it means to be a unionist. Follow the teachings of union with God wherever you find them, and purify your conscience into perfect union with your Creator. Now, please join us by taking a nice deep breath in and chant with us out loud or in your heart. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Jason and Chrissy, for a rich and beautiful sermon. My major takeaway here is really the potency of this path. And of course, there are certain practices like the mirror exercise that are key and essential. And, you know, the equivalent to one completed mirror exercise is 10,000 years of natural evolution. If I remember correctly, this is something that Jeff had shared on his Twitter a while ago. And, you know, instead of just completing this one little change in one lifetime, you can really experience the progress of so many lifetimes in every mirror exercise completed. Wow. And maybe this puts into perspective why we are here at this time, why we are coming together with our twin flames. It's really about healing, and beautiful romantic love is part of it. And then there is also service and grounding heaven on earth, and really working together here in union. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit unionism.org to watch all of our past sermons. There you can also tithe and donate to support the Church of Union's message to the world. And please join us for our after church tea time, which is a live discussion in our Facebook group. It's the Unionism Spiritual Discussion group, and there we will go deeper with today's message. Please enjoy your week. Have a harmonious week. Namaste.